This is Up North Live News at 6 on 7 and 4.
Good evening, I'm Maya Engel. Governor Gretchen Whitmer was in Crawford County today for Camp Grayling's Pass and Review ceremony this morning. The governor led the National Guard in honoring Guard members and their accomplishments and remembering those we have lost. During the ceremony, Governor Whitmer discussed passing legislation last year which expands state tuition assistance program eligibility to families of Guard members.
As a nation, we've made investments in those who serve in the military, making sure that they've got opportunities to enhance skill sets without debt. We wanted to expand that to spouses and kids, dependents, essentially. It was General Rogers who was advocating for this, recognizing that this is one more way that we can make Michigan a mecca for our military to see that they've got the support.
Governor Whitmer says so far 147 dependents have applied for tuition benefits since the program expanded in 2023. Nurses at My Michigan Medical Center Sioux have voted to authorize a second unfair labor practice strike. This one, however, will have an indefinite duration because of a new Michigan Nurses Association strike pay benefit to provide financial support. A 10-day notice would be given if a strike is called. The Sioux nurses, who make up a local MNA bargaining unit, held a 5-day strike in April after months of bargaining. Negotiation sessions on May 10th and May 29th did not produce an agreement. Their contract expired December 31st. Michigan Attorney General said today an Alpena man has been found guilty on felony charges after falsely accusing Michigan State troopers of stealing money, pills, and forging signatures as they executed a search warrant on his home and a rented property. In February 2021, Michigan State Police went to the home of 71-year-old Thomas Van Dunen and a pole barn he was renting for his business in Alpena. The search warrant was part of a sex crime investigation. The Mackinac Straits Corridor Authority met today in St. Ignace to hear updates on Line 5 as the project faces both the federal permit process and an appeal to the Michigan Public Service Commission's approval. Briefs are still being filed to the State Court of Appeals with deadlines extended through the summer. The MPSC had approved Line 5 late last year. Meanwhile, Enbridge awarded a joint contract for the tunnel to the companies Barnard and CBNA. They will operate together as Mackinac Straits partners.
Any questions?
We then went out for an extensive bid process and really found a team of world-renowned tunneling experts, have many years of tunneling experience throughout not just North America but throughout the world, and really excited to have their expertise here in the Straits as we move forward with our internal project team as well.
The Army Corps of Engineers is still working on their environmental report, saying the draft is on schedule for next spring with a final record of decision in 2026. If you plan on bringing your dog with you to Canada or any other country, you're going to have to pay more attention to the rules starting August 1st, or else you won't be able to bring your dog back home. The CDC will require any dog entering the U.S. to be at least 6 months old, healthy, and microchipped. Travelers must also submit a dog import form on the CDC website and a rabies vaccine certification if returning from a high-risk country. The CDC says it wants to reduce the risk of dog rabies coming back to the U.S.
The CDC has a tool out there called the Dog Bot where they can actually go in there. It's for this purpose. It'll put in your unique circumstances, where you're coming from, how long you've been gone, where the dog was vaccinated, was the dog vaccinated, and then it'll generate essentially a personalized list of what they need to meet entry requirements. After August 1st, if a traveler with a dog doesn't meet those requirements, they're going to be sent back to the country that they came from.
And you can find a link to the DogBot forms and a list of high-risk countries on our website, UpNorthLive.com. And we'll see you tonight on Up North Live News at 11.